Hello everyone, my name's Toby, for those of you who don't know me. Actually it's Toby even if you do. And this is Paws, my dog. Yeah, it's good to see you, Paws. Yeah. And you were going to bring along Squawk, my other friend today, weren't you? Or one of my other friends today, weren't you? Yes, so where's Squawk then, Paws? He's mending his bike. Oh, right. He was getting in a bit of a flap about it. Yes, yeah. Well, he will get in a flap about it. He's a parrot, isn't he? But didn't you stop to help? No. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. It's good to be helpful. You were in a rush. You were too busy. Oh, dear. Well, that's a shame, isn't it? It's good to be helpful. You know, Jesus said the two most important things in life are, number one, loving God, and number two, loving our neighbours. Is that the person next door? Well, yeah, I mean, our neighbours are the people next door, but our neighbours are also everyone, Jesus was saying. Even Chelsea supporters. Yeah, even Chelsea supporters. Even cats. Yes, even the cat across the road, who you're not a great fan of, are you? No, that's right. Do we have to give them sloppy kisses? No, we don't. He doesn't mean love them like that. He means be kind to everyone. Be helpful to everyone, whoever they are. And we might actually sometimes be surprised by who is helpful to us too. And Jesus actually told a story about that. Would you like to hear that, Paws? Yeah, well, I've got a slightly different version of a story. I'm going to need lots of help. So you go over there and sit over there, and we'll see if we can do the story together, okay? Right. Okay, here's the story. And I need your help for it, okay? So we're all going to join in with this. And there were footsteps in the story. What you want you to do is take your hands and pat them on your knees to make the sound of footsteps. Can we do that together? There we go. And sometimes the footsteps are quiet. And sometimes they get louder. And sometimes they get faster. And sometimes they go quietly away. Okay? See how we do. Let's be quiet now and let's start. Because Jesus told a story about a good Samaritan. And this story is rather like that. Once upon a time, Jack was wandering home from school. But as he went, some big lads rushed by on their bikes and they knocked him over. And he lay on the ground. He couldn't move and his knee was bleeding. He was really hurt and he didn't feel like he could move. As he lay there, he heard some footsteps going along the other side of the road and they were running. At first they were very quiet. Should we do it together? And then they were getting nearer and a bit louder. Jack saw that it was his friend Jim and he was running out for a run. Jim saw Jack and he stopped. But Jim was scared. He thought, those big lads, they might come by again and they might knock me over too. So he said, sorry, and he ran on quickly into the distance. And it was quiet again. Then, as Jack lay there, he heard some more footsteps. These were a lot slower and a bit louder because they were made by a big group of children getting closer. One saw him across the road, but he thought, I don't want to stop. My friends might go on without me. So he pretended not to notice. And the footsteps died away again. Poor Jack just lay there with his sore knee and nobody seemed to care. And then Jack heard some more footsteps. these were very quiet footsteps from a young girl. As she came nearer, Jack could see there was one of the new girls. She was a bit different from everyone else. He thought, oh no, she'll never come over. But she stopped. And then she walked across to Jack. She gave him a tissue for his knee. She gave him her apple, which was left from her lunch, to eat. She helped Jack sit up. And then she ran back to the school to get help from the teacher. It was quiet again. And Jack was lying there again. His knee was sore. But now he had something to put on it. And now he knew that help was on its way. And that's the end of my story. Let's get Paws. Oh, there we are again, Paws. Did you enjoy that story? Yes, you did. Now, I want all of us to imagine you were Jack. Imagine you were Jack in the story. Who was the best friend to you? Who was the best friend to you, Paws? The girl was, wasn't she? The girl at the end. Yes. Now, think of someone, all of us can do this, think of someone you don't like very much, you don't get on particularly well with, maybe someone who's a bit different from you, maybe someone in your class or in a different class. Now imagine if they were lying there hurt, like Jack was. What do you think you should do? What do you think you should do, Paws? You should help them, yes. And get them help. That's right, exactly. And Jesus was saying, as we heard earlier, he said, love God and love your neighbour. The story he told like that was called the Good Samaritan. And he was teaching us that we should be kind and helpful to everyone, not just the easy people. And you know, a lot of people who are very different from us can be very kind and helpful too. Shall we say a prayer now? Let's close our eyes and we'll pray together. Yeah, okay. Dear Lord God, thank you that you want us to love you and to love our neighbours. You want us to love everyone, whoever they are. Help us to love people and to be helpful and kind to people, no matter who they are. Amen. Bye-bye.